Thanks for that. So, Mickey, are you recording it? Just want to make sure.
It's coming. It's pending. It's coming right now.
Okay, good. So thanks a lot for that. Even for me, it was a great experience because you know, teaching is learning, right? If you think about it, and by sharing my knowledge, I learned a lot from you guys. So thanks for that. And I also hope that you also learned, from each other. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say. And the second thing is, we wanted to really get dinner and keep eating and have this meeting, but unfortunately, we could not do that. So what I need from you all is, if we have to send out a gift certificate, everyone is from Canada, right? Just that's the first question I have. Anyone is out? Yeah.
No, that's two people, Corita and Terrence. It's out of in the US. I sent it in Skype for you, their locations.
Okay. I don't know. How does it work? It's a small amount, but Mickey, I'll let you to figure it out, right? Um, See, what we will do is we will send a gift certificate for you guys to buy dinner and have fun. Today we were supposed to do that, but we could not do that today. But we will do for everyone whoever joined the session. Mickey will reach out and get the email address, and we will send the gift certificate. For the US, we need to figure out one or other way, but we will figure that out as well, right? So that's the second thing that I wanted to tell you. And the third thing today, this is also a learning session, okay? So we learned a lot of things together. What I really wanted to see in this session is three things, right? So the first thing I wanted to see is I wanted you to talk about this program, what you learned as a leader. One person from one team is good enough, okay? What you all learned from this program and how it was beneficial for you all. That's the first thing that I wanted you to talk about, right? And then the second thing is assume that everyone else in this call is an investor. So how would you pitch to an investor? Think like that and try to share whatever that you wanted to share. There's nothing right or wrong, but just wanted you to do that, right? And then the third thing is just make sure that you introduce your team and you thank your team, and also you talk about your team members in that, right? Talk about just three things, right? Just remember the first one is, what is it, Greg? What is the first one?
The first one, talk about the program, how we, what we learned for the program, how we benefited from the program. And the second one is to basically talk about our pitch deck, right?
Yeah,
Pitch talking to
your
the investors.
investors, right?
Yeah.
And then
Third
talk
one
about
is to talk about our team. Yeah.
team, and then have a casual conversation, right? So I just wanted to have this like a fun session and then close it with a good note, thanking you all. And we will reach out to you over this weekend or early next week to figure out how we can cancel your dinner, right? We can't, had it been no COVID and things like that, I would have organized it in Brampton, would have invited you all, but we will do that next year. So with that, so which team we have two teams, so which team wants to go first? Yep, great. All right, the floor is all yours. I'm excited to see.
Okay. So we have three things to talk about, right? So Elizabeth, can you do the honors for the first one? Then for our pitch deck, Mo will be presenting our pitch deck as the second part. Then we can wrap up with the third part. Yeah.
Okay.
So please, Elizabeth, can you please do the honors?
Sorry, tell me what's the first part again?
Elizabeth, you should come in video today. At least we can see all of us together, right? So if you are comfortable, no pressure. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for the video. I'll try. Let me see. I'm on my mobile. We see. So I think I'm talking about how this session helped us, right? Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. So for us from the Futures team, I think it has been a very good session in general. For one, it has helped us as a team to bond and to learn from each other, certainly. It has also helped us to develop our other skills outside of technical skills, just the skills that are required to work in a group settings, you know, how to problem solve, how to have meaningful discussions, and how to prioritize stuff, because working in a group session, lots of things come up and we could be all over the place. But when we have our meetings, we try to set our goals and what it is that we want to achieve for the session. So it has helped us to refine those skills as well. And I'm sure for some of us, it has helped our leadership skills. Greg, that's probably a feather in your cap, right? And even for me, because there are times when Greg is not at the meeting and somebody else has to take the lead. And that's something that this team has developed quite easily. Like somebody will just jump in and take the lead and the meeting runs. So outside of the technical skill, it has really helped us with our interpersonal skills and just daily skills that will help to advance us in our respective careers. In terms of the technical sides, a lot of us, myself included, we've come a far way in terms of learning even just the technical jargons, understanding how things work together in a technical sense, or what goes on in the IT department. We don't necessarily understand the details, but we appreciate how things work together in the background on the technical side, so that we are able to just go on the computer, log on, go on a website, and things are just running. So we understand that there's a lot of things that go on behind the scene. We also got exposed to some hands-on, actually, of the technicalities, like those sessions with Mickey, where he was teaching us, you know, various different technical stuff. Don't ask me how much I retained, but thank God the videos are still there. We can go back, and having gone through it, sometimes you go back and you just refresh and it's coming back. But for sure, it has opened us, some of us, it has opened up our minds as to how these things work, and we have far more appreciation for the technical side of things. For some of us, maybe it has kind of encouraged us to pursue more. And, once you get exposed to this and you start learning, it kind of wants to fuel you to learn more. So CADA keeps having all these sessions, and you keep wanting to join these sessions to see what is going on, to keep up to date, to keep abreast. And we understand that in the technical world, you have to stay on top of technology. You have to know what's going on. You have to be quite aware. And this has certainly opened up our mind. So in general, it has been a very good experience for me. I'm talking on behalf of the group, it might be the same for everybody in terms of advancing our technical skills, in terms of the other fine skills that we have learned along the way. And for sure, I would recommend it to others who want to, get this kind of knowledge themselves.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. What you said is like a testimonial for us. It was a great speech, an impromptu speech. I can myself cannot do the best the way that you did it, Ray. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that.
And just if I don't get another chance, I just want to tell my group it was really nice working with you guys. Thanks to Greg. I think he's a great team leader. We learned a lot, and hopefully we can continue this project at some point down the road.
Context I wanted to tell you, right? I don't want to really lose this team. And so I'll tell you, just remind me towards the end. I have, for the next year for the Testoper, and I'm thinking of something that we can do together. And it could be something that, we can take that as a project together and see it happen, right? So I'll talk about it towards the end. I don't want by any means this team to go away for any reason, right? So you guys are wonderful members, and I wanted to find a way that we can be together and do some awesome stuff together. Okay. All right. Please, Greg. Thank you again, Elizabeth.
Great. Thanks, Elizabeth. Really appreciate it. And thanks to every member of the team. You've been awesome. I know Elizabeth put in rightly that we've learned greatly, and I know it resonates with each and every one of us. Thank you once again, Elizabeth. So we move on to the second part. The second part is presenting our pitch deck. So we want to pitch to our investors now. So Mo, will you do the honors, please?
Yes, no problem.
So I'll share my screen, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Yeah, Mohammed,
So I've
you
uploaded.
can come in the video so that I know next time I don't forget, right? So I just want to connect if it is okay with
Yeah,
you.
sorry. I'm on mobile and I'm not available on video today, so I have to apologize for that. I wasn't prepared.
Okay, let's move forward.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, so first of all, I want to thank everybody for being here and taking the time to listen to our pitch. And we're just going to spend some time here just talking about what our product is, what problems it's going to solve, and what it can do for anyone who's going to be using this product. So first of all, our product is called the Future, and it's supposed to help our users plan a career, a specific career, plan it efficiently, and it's supposed to also help them figure out, you know, based on their own personality and their likes and dislikes, what career path would be advantageous to themselves. Okay, so if we move over to the next slide, we can talk about our problem a little bit. So we can see here we have our students who's trying to figure out what to do for a career. It's so hard to choose, and not only is it difficult to choose a career, identifying the career path is equally difficult. There's not many avenues to be getting relevant information about jobs of the future, how the job field is going to change. There's not too much information out there about the understanding of how new technology can impact future jobs. There's also an aspect of investing time studying something that might not necessarily be useful in your future career. And the other last problem is that difficult to gain relevant industry experience without being employed. And these are all some of the problems that are happening today and that we're looking to find a solution for. And having thought about some solutions, in the next slide, we can talk about how what these solutions are and how they can help our users. So this is a solution that's it's innovative. It's something that doesn't exist, and ultimately this solution is going to connect career seekers and employers to the right skills and experiences. So it's going to help users, which are most likely going to be students, make career choices based on their personality, maybe after a personality test that's going to give them a view on what type of environment they would be most comfortable in. It's going to help users track their progress toward achieving their career goals, taking the right courses to maybe even choosing a school and these type of avenues and specific things. And ultimately, this is going to help students reduce student loans by choosing the most efficient career path. They won't be spending time studying something and then go through a career change, which at times may cause them to go through more schooling and accrue more student loans. And in the next phase of our project, we'll be able to provide users industry experience with learning tools that we will be providing based on every career path. And also what we'll be doing is using some AI and machine learning to predict what jobs would be in demand or obsolete in the future. And this is also a future phase of what we're looking to achieve with this project. Now let's talk about have a look at some of our competitors. Given that there's already some businesses in this market. However, they cover different aspects of it. So our first competitor is called My Blueprint, and this is a product that's mostly used by students, or only used by students, excuse me. And this helps. This is a product that is similar to what we're looking to create, but not as robust and doesn't bring as many solutions as our product does. And this product will help students map their career. It connects them to resources, but it does not connect them to learning tools, doesn't connect them to employers and these type of things. Another competitor we might be dealing with is Job Bank, for example. This is used by normal job seekers. It's a traditional job search website, and it does have some similar tools to what we're looking to create here to help people plan a career. They have skills checklists, job profiles, and these type of things. And these are two examples of the type of companies we're looking to compete with. And so why is our product better? So in the next slide, we can talk about that. Is that this product solves existing problems for students and job seekers. So someone who's maybe already graduated and they're finding that they don't like their current career, or maybe they want to go through a career change. This is a product that could be useful to them as well. There's nothing like this that currently exists, which is being first to market is something that's a powerful thing to have when venturing into a new business. And this product specifically will allow users to identify a specific career path. So it'll help them outline all the necessary steps they'll need to take to finally reach their goal. And also it will help them to connect with potential employers. This product will also forecast future job roles in a changing environment. So if there's a certain job that's highly needed today, and maybe 5 years from now, that role won't be as necessary as it is today, our product would be able to forecast these type of events. This product, once again, it's going to connect talent with potential educators and employers. So along with helping you identify a career path, it'll help you to choose a school. It'll help you to choose which program and these type of things. And for those who are looking to gain experience along the way, we'll have learning tools in the form of projects and activities that you can use to gain real world experience in the field that you're looking to enter. So why now? And so naturally, being involved in the world today, the pandemic has caused economic changes. So there's industry shifts and behavioral changes from businesses. There's more work environments that exist. You can work from home. You can be working, in a mobile office. You could be going to the office. There's different environments nowadays, and so with less in-person contact, it's important to have a virtual solution. So personality tests and career path software will facilitate these virtual solutions and will help users to find work without having to go, put yourself in danger and these type of things. And what we'll provide also is the study projects and learning tools that will help users gain experience. And with experience comes clarity. So for example, based on your personality test and your likes and dislikes on your profile, you might have more than one suggested career path. And these learning tools could help users to, sort of dabble and, be involved in the real world work life of that specific career for a short period of time. And that will give them a little bit of clarity if they really want to pursue this career path or not. And ultimately, employers will have a better talent pool available, and they'll be more aligned with the skills that they're looking for to fulfill their goals as a business. So our business model. Our business model will be based on talent acquisition partnerships with our employers. That will be our main business. And our secondary goal will be to facilitate resources for students and school boards so that they can leverage our product. Our main source of revenue is going to be e-commerce, along with some subscription-based revenue and some digital goods. Now, our progress to date, after having planned and designed our system, we're currently in the first phase of development, where we're developing a website with including a personality test and our career suggestions tool as our first phase. And in phase 2 of development, we'll be creating our learning tools to gain valuable skills and experience for our users. And this will be available for every career path that our product will suggest. And in phase 3, we'll move on to implementing some AI and machine learning tools for forecasting future jobs and valuable skills. So the technical advantages of our product is that it will leverage a personality test to get to know the users. And that's going to be something that separates us from our competitors. And our AI will suggest careers based on users' personality tests and other data. And this is also something that's not done by any of our competitors or any other business in the field at the moment. And I think this is something key for the future. And just a few closing statements that I want to put out there. This product is late for most of the current workforce. This is something that most people working today didn't have an opportunity to take advantage of when they were students. Many thousands of students can leverage this product for their future success. And I think it's a win-win for all parties. Students, school boards, employers, everybody involved will get something that's can be improved on what's out there today. And so that's basically it about our product that we're currently working on, the future, where you can have the future your way. And just want to thank everybody on behalf of my team for taking the time to listen and learn about our products. And if there's any questions, we'll be happy to answer.
Mohammed, very nice presentation, crisp and clean, without any hesitation in what you were speaking. So I think that's one of the most important thing, right? For the investors to get a feel of, what you're talking, right? So from that point of view, it's really good. There's one piece that was missing in your presentation is the financials, right? The market size, how this whole thing is going to make investors to make more money, right? So end of the day,
Right.
if an investor wants to give you the money, he wants to see he's going to get the money back, right? So that's the second input. And the last input is, because it's the first time, what you guys have achieved itself is great, right? But I wanted you all to see how you can further improve on this. So most of the presentations, if you look at the pitch decks, the one that we have gone through as well, there are less words and more pictures, right? Picture speaks 1,000 words, they say. So if you could refine your presentation in future, whichever product that you're going to build together as a team, that is one area of the improvement. So otherwise, I think I must actually say that I felt really nice because, see, end of the day, the time that we spent together um, is resulted in you doing this means you have learned something, and that's the happiness for me. And I'm very glad that you guys are there wherever you're supposed to be. And this is just a starting point, right? This is not an end. This is the starting point of your career to become someone, no matter what it is, right? It could be an entrepreneur, it could be an intrapreneur within the company that you are working. But whatever the knowledge that you have learned, you should utilize that to see how you can best benefit out of what you are doing now and what you are planning to do in future, right? So those are my key requests. Great presentation. So Greg, I'll leave the floor again to you. And if there are any questions from anyone, feel free to ask.
Thanks, Gada.
Thank you. Thanks for the
Thanks.
feedback.
It was a great presentation. Thank you. Thank you on behalf of the team. So we
No
move on
problem,
to the next one, where we talk about our team. So my co-lead, Taga, will be taking us through that. Taga, please.
You're a great leader, Greg. Normally the leaders lead others to do things, not by themselves. This is really good. Hey, Sagal, nice to see you.
So yes, so I guess for as the last meeting, I decided to show up on camera. Nice to see everyone. Hello, it's been a long 11 months. I'm really glad that we made it this far. So I want to thank, first of all, Greg, because he's our leader. He kept us very, very focused on our projects, make sure that we came to the meetings. And he helped us decide when we were kind of stuck, like we had different like views on where to go. Thank you very much for that, Greg. I also want to thank Mo for doing the BA for us, the analysis, the gathering, and also working on the pitch deck. So thank you so much, Mo. Could have not done without you, and of course, everyone. Then goes to Liz. Thank you so much, Liz, for always seeing it a different point of view and kind of like putting holes on, I would say sometimes a very ambitious and not so well planned thoughts and ideas, and playing the devil's advocate sometimes. I do appreciate that. It was amazing. And also working on other projects as well. Thank you so much. And also going through our competition, gathering information, creating the survey. Really could have not done without you. Next person would be Ash. Thank you so much and very much for showing up, having all this information about students and giving us the input from students in the high school, as your daughters are in high school, especially I think it's a daughter or a son, now I forgot. But thank you so much for that. And deciding also on the our logo as well. Thank you so much for all of your input and hard work and always showing up, Ash. Last but not least, Bryce, our the developer of our website. Thank you so much, Bryce. I don't think we would have done anything without you, and also for teaching us a lot of things. And also want to thank everyone in the team. If I missed anything, and also want to thank Mickey for putting, and Kader also for putting the effort in providing us with all those classes on Thursdays. Thank you so much. And that's it from me. And yeah, thank you. Oh, Kader, you're on mute.
Kader, you're on mute.
Nice speech. Nice to see you. We should all get together. I know that you are in Brampton. Greg, you're also in Brampton, right?
I'm in Cambridge, but I can come to Brampton. It's 40 minutes.
Right. I live in Mississauga, by the way, right? Let's see if we can. There's a couple of ways that we can actually do it, right? I'm just thinking, at least for the who is in Canada, who's close. Can everyone in Canada come to Brampton? Let me ask that first. I'm just getting a different idea now, right? Instead of giving a gift certificate, maybe we can come together and meet together. And if you're comfortable, right? Obviously, because of the COVID, we can meet together and we can eat together, right? That's what I was thinking in my mind. So, who can everyone in this call can come to Brampton? Yes, no, just on my.
I'm in Quebec.
Yes.
Oh, you're in Quebec. Okay. No, what? Let's drop the plan. Sometimes I get a little bit excited, so I wanted to meet you all. Right? So yeah, it's okay. Got it. Let's move on. Great show. Great.
Let me just add one more thing. So I want to sincerely appreciate my team. It's been a marathon, not a sprint. and for like Saga rightly put it, for showing up every time. So couldn't have done it without you. You've been awesome. I'm always happy. I say it every day when we come to meetings. I'm always happy to be in the meeting, right? You make it really worthwhile. I sincerely appreciate you, and I appreciate Mickey and Partha for taking us through hands-on in our coding exercise. We really appreciate you, Mickey, and the team. Even Shad was also instrumental in setting up our Jira for us. We sincerely appreciate you, and above all, Kada, you've been awesome. Coming to this project in January, we had no idea what it was going to be like, right? Came with a different mindset, but you help us to refocus our mindset and help us to think like entrepreneurs. So every day I wake up, I start thinking, how do I make more money, right? So,
Really good.
so it's
Good
been
one.
awesome. So on behalf of my team, we really appreciate you, Kada, for your efforts, for taking time. I know sometimes it could be frustrating, it could be tiring, but you take time every day, every weekend, every Friday to take us through the course. So it's been really, really great. Thanks. And we'll not forget to mention Farhan. Farhan was also a great mentor to us. To everybody, those that have forgotten to mention now, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. Great team. Nice show. I really, really appreciate it. All right, let's move on to our next team. So, Mickey, are you going to take a lead here or?
Yeah, I'll take the lead. So I'm going to leave the floor open to Terrence, Kalita, or Mahik if they want to talk about what they learned. And then we're going to go with our pitch deck. And we also have a demo which Terrence will show as well after
Okay.
the pitch deck. Okay?
Nice, nice.
So anyone on our team can speak up now. And then I will also say at the end what I learned as well.
Hi, I'm Darren. You guys can hear me?
Hi, Darren. Yeah.
You guys can see
Very
me?
nice. Not yet. Yeah. We
Yeah,
can
I
see
can
you
see.
now.
I joined.
I can see all the Testoper projects behind you on your board, right? So many
Yeah,
ideas.
exactly. I joined you guys I think around June, and then I joined Mickey's group in August, end of August. I didn't have much tech background. I learned a couple classes of programming, did a few hackathons, but that was pretty much it. But that kind of got me into thinking about, startups and what investors think about, how to create a project and kind of go through and thinking about how to get investors involved. And I think Carter was very helpful in just immersing into that financial aspect in terms of what does an investor want when we develop a project. And then when I joined Mickey's group, I was able to do a lot of coding. Surprisingly, I didn't know much in terms of Django, and I pretty much developed it from scratch, developed the website, and then at the end, I surprisingly started to learn some CSS as well. I didn't know much about it, and so I was able to do quite a bit of both. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's great to just be able to. I still don't know much about angel investors and all of that, but I think just being able to marinate in all of that and just thinking about the financials, the benefits when investors listen to pitch decks and going over some of the pitch decks as well was definitely a great learning experience.
Thank you very much, Terence.
Yeah.
So that covers the first topic, about what you think you learned and the team learned. That's really good.
Yeah.
So anyone else want to say anything? Maybe we'll have Mukit to talk about in the end, right? What he learned or someone else in your team. So Mickey, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll just briefly also add on to what we learned. So this is just bringing me back to the business side when I did my accounting diploma. So it's just trying to remember all the marketing codes, the finance codes I did, the financials and everything. And I figured in like 3 years, I did all that. And it's also, I gave lots of resources to Terrence and the team because I've been doing the Django and Python for mainly in the 3 years. So I've been helping them around learning the tech skills as well.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
I'm going to share my screen for the pitch deck, and then I'll get back to Terrence for the demo we have.
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, so we're Artificial Squad team, and we decided to call this project Chippy. So
Okay.
it's a catchy name we called our application. So first of all, we want to thank Testoper overall for all the support they've been doing. So our team right now, it's me leading it with the Terrence, Karita, and McKeek. We also had Sandra also taking the lead as well before. And we're also planning, if we continue the project and everything, to continue growing our team next year. So our vision and mission, so our mission is mainly at Artificial Squad, it's to create more job opportunities for jobs with AI technologies. And this is mainly for Chippy mission. And our vision is to help people find their dream jobs. That also might be in the future with Artificial Squad other projects we work around. So that's why we named it, gave a name to the project as well. So the problem is maybe this is you, where maybe not now, maybe before in the past, maybe in the future. So people take look for jobs, and then this is how they end up. So so these are the problems what we found out with our research. So we found out people take 8 weeks or longer to while they're choosing jobs, and average time spent it's at the minimum 2 hours we've seen. So our current project is a job searching jobs types, not skills. And we know it's very hard for candidates to find their dream jobs. So also in average, it takes 3 to 6 months from start to finish to get a job. So it does take a time. So we want to help with that process to help them find a dream job as well, using our AI technology we have to make the process a little bit faster. So, like I said, with thumbs up, the solution, we are using the artificial intelligence to match the individual skill set. So it could be, they could have Python skills, they could have like cloud skills, and then we'll connect to the job posting and match it. Our product will match it, like I said, with a profile and a resume. The resume is a future feature we're adding, but we're looking right now at profiles right now. And this is supposed to help decrease the job search time, decrease the opportunity cost for employers and employees. So so this is just a quick diagram to show you guys the flow of how it will work. So the user will come and register based on the account type, which will tell us will show how they would choose the account type in its demo. They could either have an employer account or a job seeker account. And then based on the job, so let's say if you're an employer, you can add job that will connect to the AI part we have. And there's also a job seeker where they can update the profile slash resume, and then the AI, and then it will match the jobs. Our target market and opportunities, our main focus. So our target market was based on the skill or skill set. Our focus will be in North America market right now, and individuals who are interested in the tech industry. So then we want to focus first in the tech industry, and then see how it goes, where we want to improve, and then move into other domains. Our revenue models, we're looking in three, like a subscription plan to keep it, depending on the feed. We might add more features, but we're looking for a student plan for $5, a fresher and entry level for $15 a month, and a job hunter for $25. And we chose these prices because we think it's affordable, and it's to help provide the service of our AI. So when we looked at marketing, we did some research around it. So we decided that when we market it, we're mainly going to look at social media, because getting it out in social media is a great tool right now in the 21st century and everything. And plan to, we work thinking of plan building, like demo videos, in-person demos as another marketing opportunity. We did Testoper sessions like these ones where we can show kids the product. We also were looking into a 14-day trial period where they could, let's say if they get student one, they could see how the product works and everything before they come in a subscription. And then we also were thinking some other promotion throughout the year we might do, as well as referrals for a free month. Our main revenues, it's going to be from our subscriptions and also our employers' partnerships, which I'll discuss later in this presentation. But before we go a little bit more in depth in finance, I just want to talk about a little bit about competition. So we have, because there are lots of job boards in like, if you Google, you'll see like thousands of job boards. But our main competitions we were looking at was Career Builder, LinkedIn, and Squarebag. And we believe that ours is better due to the features we're looking at and it's matching the skill set. So we did a comparison chart, which one talks a little bit about like the features. Like this is when we did our research, so it's a little, we did not like add more, but we can go more in depth. But we looked at some stuff maybe like Shop Alert, running pad, so if they offer courses inside their application, and also the ranking of the job offers. And we're also constantly looking in the market to see what else features they provide and how we can improve in our application. So when we looked at revenue, We were focusing more on subscription, so we made a small budget on saying, okay, so the subscription, it's going to be, so we did example here where we did say if we did a $25 and we get around 1,000 subscribers, how much will it be in each year for the next 3 years? How much our labor cost will be? If in marketing, how much we're looking into investing, IT and hardware, and IT we're looking might change because if we decide to put in like cloud on AWS or something or Azure or another cloud service, they usually charge per hour. So we need to even research a little bit more on that. And office spaces. If we decide to grow this even bigger, where we have our office space, and it's and if we should have it a couple office space, like in some in US and some in Canada, which still looking a little bit more in depth in that. And then for the investments and funds used. So we decided the investments we wanted to request $10,000. This is mainly for the year, not for, or it could be a one-time payment. So the funds will be used mainly for marketing materials. Again, with the hosting fees, because it's charged again hourly rate. And we can't afford it to go down. And also we're looking at more sessions on like demos if we need to input into in shop fairs to show demo there, the cost to cover that. So the way we're thinking of partnerships, it's our goal. It's two places right now. We're in partnership. We do want to partner with the government of Canada and also to start off, and then move even with the government in US, because we are helping individuals with finding the opportunities and support. Another one is we do believe that schools will be a great place to start off as well. So if we can partner up with schools in their career fair, promo events, it should be a good start off. And before we move to the demo, I'm just going to show you some screenshots of what the talents are going to show in a second. So this is for the employee. This is for the employer. So we have the home one, and then over here we have the dashboard, and then sorry, this was for the employee. So they can like update a profile and submit resumes, and you can click on the jobs they applied for. And then this one is the employer. So this is how over here it's how it's going to look when they go to their dashboard as an employer. So they could see current applications, they could see the jobs they posted and add new job posts. And also here it's a sort of the maybe like AI features we added so far. So it's based on the diagram I showed previously.
Did you use NLP? Did you guys use NLP for this AI or?
It's a AI script. So if the AI told him to start off right now, it's put like a feature where it connects to a profile from what they input in their profile and what they input in the job post and connected to the AI. Terrence was showed in his demo right now, so that will explain a little bit more. Any other questions before? I hand it
No,
over.
I think you covered it all, and the money you asked for the investor is too low, $10,000.
It's to stand up for.
Yeah, which is okay. But the point here is your concept is really good, right? The overall understanding of whatever that we learned, I think your team pulled it off. Um, the couple of things that I can tell is you should probably add, again, the same thing, right? The market size and all. From the market size, you have to derive the revenue. See, right now in your presentation, you said, I'm going to sell so much and I'm going to do this, this is the money I'm going to get. But that's like more, just saying it for the sake of saying it, right? But if you add on top of that, how did you actually derive that number? Because I looked at this market, I'm going to focus on Brampton, for example, so many schools and so many students or whatever, and I'm expecting competitors is already there, and like 80% of the students are already with the competitors, and I'm going to impress, and I'm going to get first year at least 2% of the students coming and using me. So 2% of the students is 5,000 students, and that's how this revenue number is worked out, right? So that will create the story really well. And then it's also important that you share the current traction, right? How did you validate your idea? What is the testimonials? What is the response from the people, and how much they would like to pay, right? Because that story connects to what you are actually charging, right? You said $5 for students and all,
Yeah.
but how did you come up with number? You just came up impromptu, or is there any study done and you have a testimonial to prove that people are really willing to pay that kind of a money, right? So the validation part is important, I think, in addition to the money that you asked, 10K, right? Right. So otherwise, all good. Keep it going, guys. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, leave the floor. I
Oh.
know that we need 7 more minutes.
So tell us whenever you're ready, you can share your screen.
All right, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the main page here. This website is based off of using Django. So most of what you see here is time spent on more so Django than the front end. I didn't spend as much time on the front end. So you go to the front page and you'll see this theme here about the beach, just working remote, or the idea is getting a dream job. And you can click here to sign up. Some more information here that you saw earlier. So you first can sign up, you can click on here, and then you fill out your information, you put in the job, whether you're a job seeker or an employer. You can go log in. So we're going to log into Kevin's account, who is a job seeker. So then Kevin has a dashboard. Kevin already has filled out his profile. So here you'll see his profile. I put in some information, his name, some background information. For the AI currently, we have a skills section, and in the skills section, he has web development. There's some other options like product management, sales, marketing, and so forth. So the key feature for now is going to be connecting the skills with the job and what the job skills require. So it'll match it up. And that's so far right now using Django to match it up. And then there's some other information that down the road that we might sink into as well with the AI, where you can put in your values, what's important to you, and with your career goals as well. So here's a sample here where you can fill that out. You can put in your name, you can click here. So in the future, it will match up to the other sections of your profile as well. And then here, you can also upload your resume. So with his web development skill, there are 2 job matches right now. So there's the web development job at Amazon. There's the front-end developer at IBM. One's at remote, one's in New York City. You can click on it, and then there'll be some information about the job, and you can apply for it. Or down the road, we might, make this process a lot smoother, where it'll pre-fill in information. And and then here you can look at other jobs that you're curious about that's not necessarily matched to your profile. So here are some other examples of jobs that don't match: billing, product management, marketing. And if you log into the employer or the recruiter's accounts, then you'll see a different dashboard. And here it will show people that have applied to your job postings, and this is this person's job posting as an example. And you can post new jobs here as well. And then we'll implement at some point where you can browse the job seekers that currently is looking for jobs. And some of the parts of the website, we put in about us information here, a link for resources here. In the future, we could implement more tools such as a resume assist, interview tips, some resources for the employers to help them find the right candidates, where it'll help, populate some information about the job seekers, such as maybe, how long or average time a person has held their job. That might be useful for an employer. Here's where we can try to grow the team. You can fill out information to reach Mickey. And that's it for our demo.
Nice work, guys. I really appreciate all the effort that's gone in, and you guys are ready for whatever that I wanted to achieve, and the next step that I wanted to really talk about as a closing note of this particular session. So before that, anyone else from your team wanted to speak?
Oh, yes. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you come on video?
Yeah. Okay. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So from this session, what I learned was mostly how to do UI design using the app Figma. I didn't know how to use this app. I didn't even know the app existed before this. So I used it to create the UI design. And I also learned how a team would work together in a long-term situation compared to when I just went to hackathons and worked with them for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, right? Even I wanted to stretch and see how I can make it work, and I'm happy that we all together made it work. It's not very easy to be together for the whole year, right? If you think about it, that by itself is a great achievement that we did together. That reflects to what we actually learned, and we kind of followed what we learned, and that's the reason that all of us are together after 1 year of continuous being together. So any other comments from anyone else? All right, so my closing note, right? I mean, I started with thanks, and I also wanted to end with thanks. Now, the next step, right? It's just a start. From my view, whatever you do, it never ends, right? Maybe until the doomsday, right? It all continues. Whatever that you do, you as an individual, you should always feel, okay, I'm starting now. I don't know anything. I need to learn more, because you're starting now, right? So I wanted you to have that feeling. Don't become content on anything that you have achieved in your life, whether it is personal, professional, learning, whatever it may be, right? Always think, I don't know, and I need to start here, and you will be very successful, right? That's my first comment. Thank you, and be the person that always have the mindset to continuously learn, do, execute, grow in your career, whatever, right? Always have goals that you cannot reach, right? That's the most important thing. And the next step is, I trust you all are in the Testoper Projects WhatsApp group. Yes, no? If you're not,
Yes.
please
Yeah.
make sure you're all in the Testoper Projects. What we will do as a next step is, let's take a break November and December. So you guys have done a lot of work. Next year, what we will do is, I wanted to see that we all go and together attend some hackathon. Okay. And I don't want to really, leave you guys alone. I wanted to make sure that you guys are becoming successful. You have learned whatever that I can share my knowledge, but I wanted you all to learn more than what I can share, right? Because we are just starting now. So next year we will plan to at least attend minimum 3 to 5 hackathons together as a team, right? I will come with you, and hopefully this COVID goes away. It could be remote, it could be in person. Let's attend some hackathons together as a team. That's going to be the next step, and I'm going to make sure we are going to do that together as a team. And the second next step is I have an idea, okay, for the next year for Testoper community. The idea that I have is, like, you might know the company. Have you all heard of something like Collision? Collision is a big conference, right? In happens in Toronto. There are big conferences like Mobile World Congress. It's a number of conferences that happens, big conferences. And Testoper community, what we have been doing is we are doing small programs, and the biggest program that we do is the meetup, which has 80 to 100 people normally attending. And all other programs like projects, Codathon, it's 10 to 25. Before pandemic, it was 30 to 40. Now, pandemic reasons 10 to 25, right? That's what is happening. So the idea that I have for the next year is we wanted to create a brand called Decoding Tech. I trust you guys like the name. We wanted to create a brand called Decoding Tech, and we wanted to organize to start with next year. Start modest, right? We wanted to organize one full day conference, and we wanted to. We don't know how to do this, right? We are starting now to figure out how to do it, and we wanted to organize this one day conference called Decoding Tech next year. Okay. And this is more or less will be like an entrepreneurship journey. I'll tell you why, because we plan to have 200 people. Okay, for 200 people, what kind of a space that you need, how much they are going to charge, and what kind of a food that we need to provide for the whole day, how much it's going to cost. What about speakers, this, that, how much it's going to cost. Then work backwards to understand how much money we need to raise and how we can work together to raise that money, how we can make this whole project successful. It is no less than an entrepreneur journey, right? And it's a project, but the journey that we're going to do is no less than an entrepreneur journey, right? So this can also give you a good experience. And if you wanted to join my and the other Testoper volunteers' vision to make this Decoding Tech, because we are starting from scratch, right? If this becomes a brand that people can benefit from, I mean, what would be the biggest happiness that we would have than creating something from scratch and making it work, right? So my second ask here in this call, and both the asks are not letting you guys go, if you can really think about it, right? You guys are awesome, and I don't want to let you guys get away from me for any reason. And on that context, these are the two things that I wanted to put it on the table today. We'll do the hackathon together as a team, and continue to learn. And maybe next year, if we do 3 to 5 hackathons, that will help you to learn more. And then the year after, maybe you come up with an idea, maybe 5 years down the line, you become a millionaire and you can give me a job, right? So it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight, right? It's just the process, but we need to keep it going, right? And then the second thing is, again, to help you practically to get yourself, because you have already learned how to work together as a team, right? So now you can join the team that we are trying to build in Testoper to execute this project. So that way I won't let you go in both the actions, but no pressure, right? It's your decision to join and do both the next steps that I'm asking you to do. But from my point of view, the intention of putting these two next step is because I don't want to let you guys go. All right. So those are my final words. And it's been a wonderful journey with you all. What we will do is I'll have Mickey to reach out to you individually, and please allow us some time, but we will make sure that we will um, keep our promise of making sure you eat dinner on the name of Testoper community, right? So thanks a lot for that. And you know how to reach me. I'm in LinkedIn. I'm in all the time in Teams. So you know how to reach me. Please feel free to reach me anytime. And let's continue this journey. And it's just a start. With that, let's close the session for today. And the whole, the project session as of close the whole 1 year continuous project session by today. Right? Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Kada.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good weekend, guys.
Keep
Thanks,
texting
guys.
keep texting in the group. Don't forget. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, guys.
Bye
Bye.
bye.